time in earlier on. I think, when I started, especially when I was at Avatar, I was really young. I was 19. I was still, partially in a high school mindset. So I wanted to hang out with my friends and my girlfriend. And I wish I would have taken that opportunity then just to shut that all down and focus more on the records and becoming a better engineer or assistant or just better at everything. And I wish that I guess that would be it. Yeah. Just probably wish early on, because then I think everything would have translated a little differently and, I would maybe be in a different position now or had different opportunities, I guess.
But you've still had some pretty dope opportunities, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I didn't mean it to come off like that. I guess, as you're coming up, you see things happening and you want to do things and you set goals and they don't always actually work. They don't always work the way you wish they did. And sometimes they didn't work because you didn't put in the effort.
Yeah.
So I wish I would put in a bit more like I am now. Maybe I'd have to do a little less now if I did more then.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, I know I invested a lot of time in working in a wedding band when maybe I should have invested that time in the studio, which I knew I wanted to do more long term. But I don't regret all that work that I put in with the wedding band because those were, important times. But maybe, if I had doubled down on the studio earlier on, I'd be a little bit further along in my career. So, you I guess you can't really second guess it, but you can kind of give it over as advice to people who are earlier on in their journeys and can maybe think twice about what's important.
Yes, absolutely. And I think if there's any other thing, it would have just been listen more.
To people or to the music?
All of it. Listen to the artist, listen to the other, when you're coming up, listen to the engineers. Don't think you're better than them if you don't like a sound they got. They probably know a lot more than you, or they're probably doing something for a reason you haven't figured out yet. And you will, but it takes time to figure that out. They're in that seat, for a reason. So, just I wish I would have done a little less thinking about what I would do and more watching what they would do.
There's a time to be the student and there's a time to be the teacher.
Yes.
And at 19, that's the time to be the student.
Yes. I didn't know that then.
Right. I don't even think I was qualified to be on the other side of that maybe until recently. So, or maybe I'm not even qualified now. So you guys can hold me accountable to that. I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like at my stage I'm mentoring other people and I'm being mentored by other people as well. So it's like because there's always people lower than you in the on the professional rung, and there's people above you. Unless you're Tony Maserati, like there's gonna be people above you also. So
yeah, but I bet you even Tony Maserati picks up something from someone every once in a while too,
Yeah, Tony Maserati's like freaking Al Schmidt had it,
Yeah. But all those guys,
may he rest in peace.
Yeah, he was awesome. I got to work with him a couple of times. He was such a nice guy, and just again, I wish I was older then. That's the perfect example. I didn't get because he doesn't do anything because he's so good. Like it just happens. But he's not the type of guy that brings in like 18 distressors into a room and does all this stuff. And at the time I was into like making modern rock records and I'm like, well, he's not doing like I didn't see the beauty and the talent and just the amazingness of it. Like, yeah, it was great. It sounded great, all that stuff. I wish I would have watched someone like that in a different way.
Right.
With my
like you were looking at him through glasses of your own.
Yeah, I'm
like,
looking
brains.
at him through 19-year-old brain, like I listen to this type of music right now and I want to do this and this is what's happening. And like, I appreciated it and I learned a lot, but I would have taken in a little bit. I think I would have observed different things about it,
Yeah.
But
yeah. And your memory of that moment would be a little different.
Yes.
But that's okay. I guess
I still have to say that I got the moment, so I'll never forget.
You were still in the room with Al Schmidt. That's more than I can say.
It was pretty cool.
Although, who knows? Maybe he was at AES the one time I was at AES.
Yeah.
I saw Dave Pensado in the flesh then when I was at AES. And I was like, whoa, he's tall.
I never met him.
And I saw JJP and a bunch of other people. So I was in the same room with some people, but not, I don't think Al Schmidt. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, Matt, this has been super fun. Great to meet you and get to schmooze with you. Lots of takeaways here and there throughout the episode that I hope people listen to and can think about. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. What's the best place to find you on the internet?
I guess probably Instagram. It's Magic Matt _mixing. If you look up Matt Rifino musicmixer.com is my website that's got, link to email and all that sort of stuff, and credits and bio and all the typical website sort of stuff. But Instagram, if you send me a message, I'll get back to you. I always get back to everyone. And that's probably the best place.
Amazing. Matt, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Really learned a lot and had a great time. And I hope to stay in touch.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Secret Sonics. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Matt as much as I did. If you enjoyed this episode or any of our other episodes, I'd super appreciate it if you would go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It really helps the show. And if you could share this episode or your favorite episode with a friend or two, that would also really help the show move forward. In addition to that, you can find us on social media. Just search for Secret Sonics. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And you can email me at secretsonics@gmail.com if you have any comments, feedback, guests you might want to recommend, anything like that. So that's about it for now. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe out there and dig in. Bye-bye.